Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today we are doing a Tobacco Tasters episode, and this is L.J. Peretti's Oriental number 40. Oriental number 40 is considered to be an Oriental, kind of an English blend. It's got Latakia and Oriental Turkishes in it. Doesn't say anything about a Virginia in it, so this is going to be interesting. No flavorings are on this one. It's a ribbon. It comes in bulk, and it is readily available at ljperetti.com. This one is about a moderate in strength and about a medium in flavor or taste. So let's go ahead and talk about this one, Nathan. Before we get started with that, next Tobacco Tasters is going to be February 26th, and we are going to do Sutliff's Pipe Force Episode 1.
Okay.
That comes out like in about a week from now. Keep your eyes peeled for that one. Comes out in about a week, and so we're going to be doing that one for our Tobacco Tasters at the end of February. All right? Okay, so here we go. Tobacco Tasters on L.J. Peretti's Oriental number 40. You know, I went to the store there, and we had several episodes, and this was what Todd Brugman was smoking the whole time we were there. And it just had a really kind of nice, interesting room note to it, so I was really excited to give this one a try.
Yeah, it does. Just touching on that a bit. The room note seems very pleasant. It's not heavy. It's light.
Yeah,
but it's got a good.
All right. Well, let's talk about the tin note first. What are you getting out of the tin note?
So the tin note, when I first opened it, I kind of got in there, and it has that smoked barbecue kind of scent to it. It causes me to salivate a little. It brings out those savory glands in my tongues a little bit, and it causes me to really. It's a very comforting scent. I can't really think of it as any other way aside from it's smoked barbecue. Kind of makes me hungry. Kind of makes me nostalgic. But mostly it's a comforting, like a sit down and feel good scent.
You know,
there's a little bit of nuttiness and breadiness I get in there too.
I get a mustiness, kind of a musky kind of smell to it. Definitely some woodiness to it.
Mm-hmm. The woodiness I get as well, yeah.
Yeah, a little smokiness that you were talking about. A little bit of sour, kind of.
Maybe that's where the salivation is coming from.
Yeah. And maybe kind of a lemon zest in there. But but it's not strong.
No.
It's not overpowering.
It's not heavy. It's not.
I've had some Orientals that are just like, man, it just hits you in the face when you open up the tin for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. Some of the Oriental blends, I'm wanting to say, err on the more peppery side of things than.
You can get a pretty good spice from some Orientals, yeah. I don't get that from that.
This one is nothing. No. It smells almost more of a very tempered Balkan blend than it does a true Oriental blend.
Huh, interesting. Yeah. Well, it's definitely an Oriental forward, like a Balkan would be. The Latakia that's in this, I guess we're going to tastes now. Because the Latakia in this one is not really coming through at all. I mean, it's there as a condiment, just kind of.
It's there as a mouth coating.
Give it a little body. Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Yeah, it's literally the difference between eating an all beef hot dog and eating an all beef hot dog with mustard. That's it. There's no other complications. It's just that little bit of enough of an additive to make you go, oh, cool.
The Orientals on this are very. I hate to say mild. Maybe more matured and tamed.
Tempered.
Yes, absolutely. I don't get that crazy really sourness from a lot of the Orientals that I've smoked, and that there is no spice at all to me.
That is a good combo, though.
Yeah. Okay, so we paired this with some whiskey, and I knew that this was a little bit on the sour side, you know. So I wanted kind of a whiskey that was a little bit on the sweeter side, and so we chose to pair this with Balcones Baby Blue Texas whiskey.
Yeah.
This is made from actual blue corn, and that's where you get the baby blue from. And it's a little bit on the sweet side. It's a 46% alcohol on this. It's made in Waco, Texas. It's becoming very popular across the United States. You can probably find it in your local
local liquor store.
What do they used to call those? We used to call it the Class 6 store because that's what they call it in the military. But yeah, you're going to be able to find it in a lot of places, and that's blue.
Especially your big chains.
Baby Blue is one of their basics.
Yeah,
that's really available all the time.
And not to talk too much about it, but it is sweet, and it's got a wetness to it that actually
which counteracts the
dry and
from
sourness from this. Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about that taste, flavors. What are you getting out of the flavors?
So L.J. Peretti seems to always have kind of a knack for making, not for making tobacco taste like tobacco, but for not, I guess their motto, don't mess up a good thing. And so it's a very tobacco-forward flavor to me.
All of their tobaccos are
very, like, almost dried, like they haven't probably changed the way they age or dry or mature their tobaccos since the 1800s, is what I'm willing to bet.
Yeah, it's...
Because it's a very...
Classic.
Yes.
Classic.
Very, very classic flavor. And it adds to that comfort kind of look back and kind of relaxed vibe that I'm getting with it. It's a very interesting taste. It is a straightforward tobacco taste, and it's easy to smoke. Very easy.
It reminds me of a gentleman's tobacco.
That's exactly what. And it's the same with like the air and everything you get with it. It almost requires you to have a snifter of bourbon, or something like that. It requires you to be a little more proper, when you're smoking this.
Well, I'm definitely getting out of this some richness. There's a rich creaminess out of this. There's a slight mild pepper taste. I don't get a whole lot of that. There's a slight sweetness to it. It's pretty savory. If you're not careful, I've smoked this a couple times. If you're not careful, if you puff it really hard, it will get a little bitter on you.
Bitter, yeah.
At the end. But it's musty. It's even got a slight saltiness to it, which I get with the whiskey that counters that makes it that savory kind of taste. There's a leatheriness to it, kind of a sour lemon to it, a little bit. It's really it's tangy. It's really pretty good. But the profile on this is not overpowering. It's medium at its strongest.
Yeah, it's a very soft smoke.
Yeah,
this would be one of those smokes that if you were up in the Oriental, like if you were in an Oriental smoker, this is an all day, almost every day type of smoke. It's very easy on your palate, very easy to smoke, very easy to just do anything with, carry, roll, whatever.
Yeah.
It seems to be an all-around type of tobacco.
Yeah,
and
you could smoke this all day.
Yeah, this is an all day, every day if you're an Oriental smoker.
Yeah, because there's just not a lot of complication with it. It's I wish I knew what kind of Orientals were in it.
Yeah,
I guess that would be a question for the guys at Peretti's, but I wish I knew what it was. But it's really kind of light. It's not heavy at all. All right, well, what are you getting on the room note?
Pretty much. Yeah, it's just a pleasant to tolerable, only because the tolerable section is because your faithful aromatic smokers, your diehard English lovers are going to find this a little too traditional, in my opinion. It's a very tobacco heavy smoke, like almost like you just threw tobacco on a campfire.
That's a really good whiskey.
Yeah.
Man, that's a really good whiskey.
And
to go
I think
with that.
I think with the room note, it's pleasant because it's not offensive, it's not overpowering, it will not, for lack of a better term, stain the room. You know, you got some tobaccos that once you smoke them, they'll ghost a pipe, they'll ghost a room. Some of those tobaccos are strong on their own.
Yeah.
And this is one of those smokes that is neutral. Completely neutral in the way
that's a
that
good
it
way
does
of
that.
putting it. Although it has flavor, and when people think of neutral, they're going to think of flavorless.
Bland. No,
But
not
it's
bland.
not that. But it is a neutral flavor where there's just... It's Oriental.
Yeah.
It is Oriental. There's not a whole lot of other things going on. Interesting. Okay.
I like to think that this is the gentleman in the room that's standing in line, and then like he's at a grocery store, and then there's a mother behind him with only 3 groceries and 3 kids yelling and stuff like that, and he goes, "You first, ma'am." That's what I kind of get with this smoke. This is one of those guys that's just like, no, go right ahead. I don't mind. I have all the time in the day.
What do you think about the moisture level on this?
This was perfect. This was good to go. I don't know if it's because we always
Well,
store them in other.
it's a little
jars
on
and
the
stuff
dry
like
side, but I think Englishes and Orientals need to be on the dry side a little bit.
that. Ooh, yeah.
That's good, isn't it? Yeah. Y'all try your Balcones Baby Blue. It's a good one. I think you'll like it. What do you think about the nicotine on this one?
This will satisfy a nicotine buzz. It's about a medium. to me.
Orientals
Up
are
to-
not
up to.
known for a big nicotine hit.
No, but this one to me, it scratches that itch. So I would say on the lower side of medium. So
Moderate to medium.
moderate to medium. Yeah, moderate to medium. That's the word I was looking for. Moderate.
That's moderate is probably where I would put it. Yeah. Couple of things about this one. Talk about burning cool and clean. This one burns like down to white ash all the way at the bottom. There's no bite. There's no harshness. Little slight dampness in the bowl depending on how fast you smoke it.
Yeah, and I think you guys have probably seen me relight a bit, and that's poor packing job. That's not the tobacco. That's me messing up.
There's an average number of relights on this. It can dry out your palate if you're not careful. So that's why I like to pair it with something. You know, the cost on this is really pretty nominal. It's about $5.50
An ounce.
Yeah. So, and you can order this online, or you can order it. Call them up, and they'll take your order right over the phone. So this is a good one. What do you think? What would you give this one?
Man, it's been so long since we've given an actual rating.
I know we don't do that anymore. I guess it's pretty subjective. I mean, that's all basically our opinion, but
On this one, on the scale, it plays to my dry smoke all day type of palate. So I would give this one a 3.5. 3.5 shots. Clearly because it really does well with the whole idea of, smoking it all day, every day. If I had a jar of this, I'm not displeased. I'm going to smoke it. I'm going to enjoy it. And
I'm
I'll
with
probably
you on
buy it
that.
again.
3.5, a solid 3.5 is what I'd give it to. Yep. Good smoke. I really enjoyed this. There's some other ones that I picked up from LJ Peretti's. There's the London Flake, and there's also number 8 slices. So those tobaccos I picked up there as well. They're Virginia Periques that I'm going to try. We're also having our own blend curated there. So we're going to be working on that, tweaking it. It'll probably take a couple of months for us to get it where we want
it'll be
it.
a bit, guys.
Yeah.
But Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey are going to have their own blend of tobacco.
And you can get it only at LJ Peretti's. All right, guys. Well, we sure did have fun sharing this with you. Next week, I'll be at the St. Louis Pipe Show. If you're there, please come up, introduce yourself, say hi. Let's sit down and talk and share a bowl. That'll be a nice experience, and we'll give you some video of what went on there at the show for the next episode.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. All right,
this is a
guys.
good
Well,
one.
we sure do appreciate you. Don't forget,
Make all your piping moments count.
we'll see you next time. Have a great week.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.